you very much for joining us. Um, my name is Reg Romero. I'm a marketing communication specialist at VCC. And normally what I do is advertising and writing for the website. I don't normally run Zoom sessions, so please be patient with me. This is probably the largest meeting I've ever hosted. So essentially, we have 45 minutes to go through here, and each person, as I said, presenter will have 3 minutes to start and save your questions. You can write your questions during the session, and if we do have time, I might be able to have you unmute and actually ask questions if there aren't many questions coming in through the chat. Okay. I guess, I do have to say something that we normally do at VCC, and it's in respect to our Indigenous community. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that we're on the traditional and unceded territory of the Coast Salish peoples, the traditional territories of the Squamish, Musqueam, and Tsleil-Waututh First Nations. All right. So today, quickly, you're going to hear about our various dental programs: dental hygiene, dental assistant, dental reception, and dental technology. First, the presenters will speak, and then an advisor will join us to talk about the application process. We'll then answer your questions. You'll also get information about upcoming info sessions, and also some information on how to win the $1,000 tuition prizes that we have available. Again, for your questions, write them down, preferably, name of the program and what you're interested in asking about. And if you have other unanswered questions around the advising part or the application process, there is a advisor Zoom group that is running much like this, but they're running like all day, and you can kind of join in and talk to an advisor that way. That session runs till 5 p.m. And I believe it's on the Experience VCC site that you went to sign up. You'll find the link there for it. Okay, and I didn't, just so you know, I did have a crash. My video, the whole presentation crashed beforehand. So there might be parts in chat that I had put in, but that are now missing. But I have to ask, does anyone require a sign language interpreter? And if you do, please put it in chat, and we'll try to organize one as soon as possible. Okay, I guess I'm going to start the presentation now, and I'll bring up Michelle to talk about Certified Dental Assisting and Dental Reception Coordinator.
Thank you so much, Reg, and thank you everyone who's come to the dental room today to learn about our various programs in our dental family. I'm going to speak briefly, as Reg said, about our Certified Dental Assisting program and our Dental Reception Coordinator program. So those programs are in the same department. We actually have 2 Certified Dental Assisting programs. One is our distance delivery program, where all of the theory is delivered off campus, and you work through that theory at your own pace. And at various intervals, you come to VCC, to our dental clinic, to receive your dental clinical education. And that program requires that you're either volunteering or working in a dental practice 14 hours a week, because you need to see your theory coming alive in a dental practice. So that's our distance delivery program. We have about 100 students at various stages in that program. And then our on-site Certified Dental Assisting program is offered once per year, starting in the fall, in September, and it's a 10-month program. So the students complete at the end of June. And prior to COVID, that program, that certified dental assisting program, was 5 days a week on campus. So all of your theory and all of your clinical was offered at VCC. COVID has changed our world, as we all know, and so we are anticipating that your theory will be delivered on Zoom. So like the format that we're in today, the Certified Dental Assisting Program, the on-site program, will become a hybrid for at least this fall intake, where the theory is delivered by Zoom and the students are on campus for their clinical. So they will be at home and on campus throughout the week, depending on their schedule. And in the CDA program, we take about 75 students. And you are also out on 3 practicum to private dental practice. So a week in December usually, a couple of weeks in March, and then 3 weeks at the end of June. The program, both CDA programs, are what we call accredited. And that means that there's no clinical examination that's required. There is a national written board exam that all dental assistants in Canada have to write at the end of their programs. But because you're coming from an accredited program, you don't have to do a clinical examination. So that's a big bonus. Certified dental assistants are licensed to practice through the College of Dental Surgeons of British Columbia. So once a year, you have to pay for your license. And there's certain things that you have to do in addition to paying. There's a certain amount of continuing education that you must do and continuous practice hours that you must do in order to renew that license every year. Our dental reception program has 2 intakes, one in the fall and one in February. And we generally take about 20 students in that program. And they have a combination of classroom and computer for the most part, although they do receive their radiography credential. So that is part of the program. So they are in the clinic setting to complete radiography. Again, in the past, that 5-month program was offered on site. Every day you would come to VCC. But again, because of COVID, we anticipate that this fall cohort will have a combination of Zoom for the theory and at school for the clinical component and some of the computer classes. Lots of meetings and so on going on behind the scenes as to how we're going to put all of this together. But rest assured, it will come together. Thank you, and I'll turn you back over to Reg.
Oh, thank you, Michelle. Like I said, please feel free to put your questions into the chat and we will get to them after the presentations. So up next is Amber, who will speak about dental hygiene.
Hi, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us in this new format today. So I thought I would give you just a little bit of a recap of what I would present in our information sessions about what dental hygiene is all about. Dental hygienists are primary oral health care providers who specialize in services related to clinical therapy, oral health education, and health promotion. Dental hygienists educate individuals and groups in oral health care and overall health and wellness. They analyze theory and research to provide evidence-based care, and they implement public programs to promote access to quality and cost-effective services. Dental hygienists have 5 primary healthcare roles and work in a variety of settings that include clinical practice, so private dental offices, specialty dental offices, and independent dental hygiene practices as well. They work in public health and communities, so long-term care facilities, hospitals, community clinics. Education is a role of all dental hygienists, but there are dental hygienists who practice that full-time as well. Dental hygienists are involved in research in growing numbers. And administration. Dental hygienists might be entrepreneurs that own a dental hygiene practice of their own, or work with regulatory bodies, national, provincial, and international associations. During the VCC Dental Hygiene Program, theory is continuously supported with experiential practice in our labs and in our dental clinic. We have many long-standing and committed clients who attend our on-site clinic, and partnerships with many community groups to support a variety of rotations and experiences with diverse population groups in the Greater Vancouver area. The Dental Hygiene Program is a 2-year full-time program. Even prior to COVID, we were offering a blended program with some online components. We're expecting that in the fall this year, we will have all of our theory developed for online delivery. But we will continue to have the experiential piece of learning on site in the clinic and in our labs as well, and rotations out into the community as soon as we're able to implement that again. The VCC Dental Hygiene Program is the longest running dental hygiene program in the province. It's also an accredited program, just like the CDA program is, which means that you don't have to write the clinical exam, but you do write the National Dental Hygiene Board exam, the written portion. When you graduate from the VCC Dental Hygiene Program, you receive a diploma in dental hygiene. This, in addition with your successful completion of the National Board exam, allows you to register and be licensed with the College of Dental Hygienists of BC and be able to practice as a registered dental hygienist or dental hygiene practitioner, as the new category is as well in BC. Application for September 2021, we've already completed our intake for September 2020, but for September 2021 has opened now in June, and it will close in February of 2021, February 19th, 2021. I see it, and I'll turn it back over to Reg.
All right, thank you very much, Amber. We have one more presenter before we get to our advisor, and our presenter for dental technology is Ken. Ken, are you there?
You're muted, Ken. You're muted, Ken.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. So, is this better? I guess it's better. So I'd just like to welcome everybody to the dental technology program, science program, and thought I'd break today's presentation down into 4 general areas because we only have a few minutes here. And I'll give you general information and then a quick overview of the content of our program, and then a little bit about the facilities, and probably the most important component in our program is our instructors. They're very dedicated and highly qualified. So let me start with the general information. Our program is a 2.5-year program. It was revised. It was a major revision and started January 2017, and first cohort just graduated this past May 2019. So we were happy with that and everything went well. It is a diploma program, and it's in a downtown campus. And just to address the COVID situation, we had to go online. I think it's March 16th. We just came back June 1st on a limited basis with our laboratory components, and it looks positive because our program is so hands-on, and we have the 3D printers, the digital component, and all that. It's just equipment that you cannot have at home. And so VCC's been working with us to have all those components available to you on campus. So It looks promising in September that a lot of our programs will still be on campus. Of course, our theory courses like the bioscience and dental materials, professional practice will be delivered online. So whatever we could do online, we will be doing, but the majority of the other courses are technical, hands-on, digital courses. So it needs to be downtown, just to make you aware of that. Of course, with the proper safety protocols. Maybe I can just quickly run through the program content. How we start is we'll start with, got some props here, human skull. So we start with a basic head and neck anatomy, so you understand that part. And then we go into, these are not normal teeth, but we get into the teeth, the structure, the forms, and you'll learn all about the different shapes and how to create those. So as a dental technician, our main job is to make pretty teeth, right? Make put back teeth and also to put back the function so that people can eat properly, speak properly, and feel comfortable about themselves. And so we go through those phases through the bioscience and through the technical part to teach you how to visualize teeth and also how to create it, put that back into the patient's mouth through different restorations. And you learn to design and also to fabricate these restorations. So my camera's pretty far away here, but you can see like an ortho restoration. Like probably a lot of you have had orthodontic work done, crowns and bridges, dental implant work. This is a huge, we use this for sampling. We're huge dental implant. This part gets screwed into your jaw. And then we make the restorations on top, like a crown or a bridge or whatever it would be. So, and we'll progress from, you'll progress from the very basics, and through each semester, we have 5 semesters. Through each semester, it'll become a little more complex. We'll push you a little bit more for accuracy and speed to prepare you for your work when you go out into the workplace, and also to prepare you for your national. We have now a national competency exam. That's relatively new, different format, but that'll be when you enter our program in September. By the time you graduate, that you'll definitely be doing that national competency exam. The other thing is, I think it's really key to our program is that we've really come a long way from traditional, and we still start with traditional and doing things with your hand, making things, but we also embedded a lot of digital technology. You can see behind me, I just set this up as props, but you can see the 3D printer on this side, and we have a 3D scanner, and we have a milling machine that I couldn't lug over here, it's too big. And so, and we have a dedicated room upstairs to do, all the digital work, and designated room and designated courses for digital technology, which is a key part of our program now. And you can see we set it up this way, so you can see the facilities here are quite nice. We have 2 of these rooms behind us, like this, a working laboratory. We also have a wet laboratory where all the kind of heavy machinery and the polishing, those kind of things are there. And also upstairs in room 620, we have our dedicated computer room for all the digital things that we're doing. I guess the last thing I really want to talk about was, I mentioned this earlier, is I'm really happy with the faculty that we have. Most of our faculty are previous dental laboratory owners, or they are current lab owners, and that brings a lot of real experience into our program. And we have a couple of very good digital technicians who have expertise in the digital side, which is key to our profession at this time. And so I'm quite happy with that. We also have, we actually have a couple of hygienists, Amber, that teach bioscience and the dental materials aspect of it. So I feel we've really put together a good group. And so I hope, dental technology is not something where you wake up in the morning and say, I want to be a dental technologist or dental technician. It's something you kind of fall into. So I hope this has sort of tweaked your interest, and hope to hear from you.
Okay, terrific. Thanks, Ken.
Yeah.
Our next up is our advisor, Raj Kapoor. And Raj, take it away. I think it's probably a little discussion on the whole application process of VCC.
Thank you, Raj. And thank you, Michelle, Amber, and Ken. So you've heard about the programs. I want to share as to what we in advising do. So once you decided that you want to take one of the programs that you heard about and are not sure as to how to get started, we are there to help you. We are there to plan it out for you. We are there to help you meet the prerequisites, find out ways, and share with you the fastest way to get into the program. So if you've done your education in Canada or you have done it outside of Canada, there are different assessments that we can help you connect you with. Or if you are a professional dentist or dental hygienist from another country and you would like to use the credits that you have earned from where you have moved, we can refer you to ISIS to have your documents evaluated, and that way the prerequisites that you have to do for example, for dental hygiene might be lessened. The course load may be lessened. So as part of our advising area, we have disability services also. So if there is a documented disability and you need extra help while you're in the program that is provided at the college, we do have free professional counselors available that can help you determine if the career that you have chosen is the right one, or if during the program you have issues that you want to discuss with the counselor, it's fully confidential and we have that available at VCC. We have a learning center, and if you are behind in the mathematics portion or the English portion of the program, we have that help available at VCC. If you are an Indigenous student and you need help with funding, we will refer you to our Indigenous area. I want to let you know that all these programs, other than the distance dental assisting, are all eligible for student loan funding. So a great incentive there. Also, please be aware that all these programs start in September. So if you're thinking of coming into one of these programs, you need to start very, very quickly. Except for the distance dental assisting that runs year round, you can start that program anytime. Also, dental reception will also start in February. So if you miss the bus for September, there's always a February. But for dental assisting and dental hygiene and dental technician, they all start in the fall. Now, all these programs have their own little prerequisites. There is no general prerequisite for getting into all these programs. So I would suggest that later on in the day, go to the advising room where there are advisors like me, and they will help you with the prerequisites for the different programs that we have at VCC. I know that dental hygiene has a lot of prerequisites, and students, prospects always need help in meeting the prerequisites. Feel free to connect with us. We are there for you. You can make a half an hour appointment over Zoom or over the phone, and we can help you if you don't have time today to talk to an advisor. but make good use of the opportunity to talk to an advisor today so that you can get started for this September or next September or next February. If you have questions, put them down on chat and we'll try to answer them. Thank you, Reg.
Okay, thank you, Raj. And good segue. We are going now next to the questions. Oh, hang on. There you go. And there's quite a few questions that are similar, so I'm going to group them. And sorry if I'm not going to read out your specific question, because I think it's easier just to group. There's at least 3 or 4 asking similar questions. So bear with me if I don't phrase it correctly, like I don't summarize it correctly. And if I do miss your point, please chat again, use the chat again to specifically ask the question. But, and I think this one's more for the dental hygiene program, Amber, and also Raj. The question's around people who have training internationally as a dentist, and they're kind of curious about their eligibility. In fact, bluntly, what are the chances of getting in the program, given that seats are limited? And this is for people who are actually trained in dentistry internationally. I'm assuming this has come up before, so I'd be curious to hear what you have to say about that. Yeah.
Sure. Maybe I can speak to the first part of that, chances of getting into the program, and even address the issue around GPA. So the getting into the dental hygiene program is a competitive selection basis on a year by year. So every year it can be a little bit different. The minimum GPA is 3. This year, the GPA of the top 40 candidates was 3.77. Wow. So quite high. This is combined, so the top 40 candidates are invited to write the candidates questionnaire, and then this is also graded. And the combined score, from that combined score, we select the top 22 applicants, and they're invited to come to the program in the fall. We've had a number of foreign-trained dentists and foreign-trained dental hygienists come through the dental hygiene program at VCC and be very successful. So the option, it's definitely available to be able to do that. And then I'll defer to Reg to talk about the ICES and credential evaluation.
Okay, Reg and Raj, they're confusing. I know that. I know you meant Raj.
Just a couple of letters difference.
So if you are a foreign trained dentist, you take your documents to VCIT. They have part of VCIT is ICES, International Credit Evaluation Service. You'd ask them to do a comprehensive evaluation as well as a supplemental report for dental hygiene for use of VCC. We don't have the resources or the knowledge to know the different courses that are taught all over the world, but these guys in VCIT have a designated people who have that knowledge, and they have a large database that they can tap into, and they would compare our first year university transfer courses to what you have done in your home country. And they come up with a report saying the following courses are acceptable or not. So number of times, all the courses that you have done outside of Canada, outside of VCC are transferable. At times, there are some that are transferable. So we have our university transfer courses that you can take here to fill those gaps. So if you have those 10 courses that are required, the 30 credits, you can for sure transfer them over, provided ICES is able to review your documents and approve them. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that's probably enough. There is a added question about ICES being closed, of course, for in-person evaluation. So Preet was asking, how is there another way to get the credentials evaluated when you can't do it in person? But I think that might have to go to the ISIS website, I'm guessing, for that, or do you
Yes,
actually know that?
it's done online. It's done online. You have to mail your documents to them.
Oh, I see. Okay. I've got a question from a grad, actually, from VCC. And there's even a hi, Michelle Amber, CDA class of 2015, thinking of going back to take prerequisites for dental hygiene. Will university transfer courses taken more than 5 years ago still be valid, or do I have to retake them? So I think that's an Amber question.
Yeah. I think that the registration office certainly does look at those courses. We have in the past really made a strong recommendation around an approximate 5-year timeline. It's really about your, making sure that that knowledge is front of mind as you come into the program. That could include a review on your part of some of that information. And we usually provide, when someone is accepted into the program, a little bit of a welcome package and orientation that reminds them what they learned in those prerequisite courses, just in sort of a bullet point form, so they can go back and review their resources and just make sure that they are refreshed on the content and are ready to move forward with the program.
And Amber, another question from you from NAR. I'm going to complete all my prerequisites for the program in summer 2021. Can I apply to the program now for September 2021 intake?
So that's a difficult question, and maybe just a little bit of clarification. For anybody who is applying for September 2021, they have to finish their final prerequisite courses in the winter semester of 2021. So they need to finish in that January to April term, and we have to have their final transcripts by I think it's about the 3rd week in May is the cutoff for that. So summer may be a little bit late, but if you're that close to being on track and you have the heads up that you need to get those courses in April, then you may be able to be successful.
All right. Quick question here for you, Michelle, because you mentioned volunteering in the dental field. Amanda wants to know if there's any organization that they can look up for volunteer opportunities.
No, there is not. We arrange the practicum. The department works with you to arrange the practicum component of the program. We usually, students like to go into their home area. So if you live in Port Moody, you might like to have a practicum office in Port Moody or Port Coquitlam or something like that, because that's probably where you're going to look for work. So it would just mean going to your home dental offices that you see out your front living room window, or you see as you are on the SkyTrain or the bus or out for a walk, and actually going in and approaching them and letting them know that you're interested in a dental career and you're wondering if you could come in for observation or volunteering. But once you're in the program, we will arrange that for you.
All right. I have a couple other questions that I think I'm going to Smith 3, you asked about specific courses. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. And I noticed that there's also a question from Amrita about prerequisites as well. And I think I'd ask you to talk to an advisor, and I think Raj will be able to help you, because these are quite specific about completing them and actual courses and whatnot. And I think most of our participants probably have similar questions, and that's why we have advisors to help you kind of navigate through that. I'd like to move on because we're really at the end of our session. I just wanted to make sure everybody knows the services available for students at VCC. And those are right now online. I think, again, your advisor will be able to discuss in detail some of these too and give you an introduction to the various parts services at VCC. And so your next steps, thanks again for participating at Experience VCC, but if you really want to learn more, and there you go, attend an information session, which is kind of what you've done today, and meet an advisor, and then hopefully apply and register. So again, I think this is probably something you all have been waiting for. I'd like you to make sure if you apply today, and we We are offering this for applications until June 26th, because we do understand people can't just impulsively apply. Still thinking about it, but make note of that promo code there, info 2020, because that's what needs to be on the application form to waive the fee today. So,
And Reg, may I just say that the departments will often have information sessions. Those will likely go to Zoom. They've normally been on site, but I expect that we will be going to a Zoom format. But watch the VCC homepage for information sessions where you can come to a session on dental hygiene or on dental technology or on certified dental assisting or reception, where we can really provide you with a much more detailed overview of our program and give you more about the specific program that you're interested in. Today was more general, but watch for that and come and join us at one of our specific info sessions.
all right, terrific. And it's now 12:45 or so. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. There was about 25 of you today, and that's glad we could get to some of your questions. And as we said before, a lot of our information is available online on our vcc.ca website. And of course, you've now made some connections here, and feel free to follow up with them. Thank you again, and hope to see you at VCC one day.